What's up guys, Michelle V here from Signature Stages, and in one of our last videos we're talking about how you can raise your prices while you're feeling amazing and your prospect feels, your client, future client feels amazing about it as well. So one of the key ways that you do that is by increasing the value of your product. Not just the value of the product, but the perceived value of the product. So not in a perceived way like, oh my goodness, we're gonna trick somebody into buying this thing, but in the way that your client, your future client understands the value better. You understand the value better, they understand the value better, and so the perceived value of the product goes up, and therefore they're willing to buy it more. And in the last video we talked about the difference between like a $200 vacuum and a $2,000 vacuum and how that process kind of works, where if you bought the $2,000 vacuum, chances are somebody came to your house, somebody gave you a presentation about that, and because of that presentation you understood the value of the product more and you were willing to pay more, $2,000, like 10 times more than what you would pay at the store because you value it more. And I just want to point out, before we get into the three things, I want to point out that that is the power of events. That's why in-person events, virtual events work so well, because they're helping you increase that perceived value that your client, your potential client has about your product and service. And so therefore, not only are they willing to pay more, but they're happy to pay more and they're happy to get more because of it. All right, so let's talk about, if you don't know me, my name's Michelle V from Signature Stages, and we help authors, coaches, and speakers. We take their high ticket offer and we turn it into $1 million machine using virtual events. So one of the key pieces is really dialing in this offer and helping them see the perceived value of the offer. So here's the three things that you've got to do during the event or whatever presentation that you're creating for them so that their value of the product goes up. Thing number one is to anchor high. Anchor high. So whenever I was selling my health coaching package, I would often communicate with people, you have to give them a anchor above like an expensive thing. You have to tell them. Anchoring high just means you're going to tell them this expensive thing that's going to put that number in their mind about how much it's worth, how much they're going to pay otherwise. And then whenever you actually reveal a real price, they're like, oh my goodness, it's so much lower. I'm getting such a great deal. So some of the things that I used to do in my health coaching practice was we would talk about investing. We would talk about retirement and investing and how investing in retirement and how you put so much money into retiring. And isn't that so amazing, so that you can go on cruise ships and you can do all this awesome stuff. And then we would talk about, how whenever you get the statistics of that age and how many people are disabled and stuff like that. And so because of that, you're spending all of your time in the nursing home and at doctor visits and all of your time and money on doctor visits and nursing home visits versus getting to go on the cruise ship. So then we'd be like, do you want cruise ship or do you want catheter? Right? Do you want to spend all of your retirement at the doctor's office, or do you want to spend all of your retirement money for the reason that you actually saved it for, to like cruise and hang out with your grandkids and stuff like that? And we throw real numbers around about how much money people are spending, $30,000 every 10 years and that sort of thing. And so we'd anchor high, like, oh my goodness, you're going to spend this money either way. How do you want to spend it? Blah, 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 and get a little carried away. Okay. But you anchor it high. So then the second thing that you're going to do is create an experience. Right? Like those Kirby vacuum people, they come and they show you the bowling ball and you suck up some stuff and they're like having you do the thing and see how amazing this vacuum is, right? So they've created this environment and this experience where they can experience the product for themselves. So whenever you invite people to your virtual event, you're creating an experience for them in a way that helps them experience the product that you have to offer. You're going to give them and help them experience a transformation and show them, give them stories and things that will build up the value of the product that you have, right? And so then they'll see by the end, kind of like that story that I shared with you, yeah, this is totally worth it. I don't want to hang out in the nursing home. I'm going to go to the cruise ship all the way, right? And then the third thing is to create an irresistible offer. Irresistible So going back to the Kirby vacuum, not only do you have the experience where they get to show you, where they show you all the features, they tell you all about it, you get to experience for themselves, they tell you a bunch of stories about how Grandma Joe saved her carpet, she saved thousands and thousands of dollars on her carpet because she used the Kirby vacuum and it did this thing and blah, 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 right? They really built out the experience for you. And then it's like, they have these slicer. Have you ever seen those people? They're called pitch artists who like go to Walmart or they go to like those Costco or those big stores, and then they've got the slicers out or the knife sets, or they've got this fancy thing that they're showcasing. Again, they're anchoring high and giving you an experience, and they're showing you all these different things and telling you, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. It's worth so much. It's worth so much. It's worth so much. And then by the end, then they're like, not only are you going to get this knife set, we're going to throw in this cheese grater as well. That's really awesome because of this reason and this reason and this reason. And then we're going to throw you another knife set that you can give to your friends for Christmas or whatever, right? They have this, at the end, they have this amazing offer that you're like, whoa. And then sometimes they'll be like, and if you refer a friend, we're going to give her this and this and this, and you're going to get this, right? And so they create this offer that everybody by the end, not only do they see the value, they are willing to pay way up here for it because they're willing to pay $30,000 for your coaching program because that's what they're going to save in just 10 years or whatever. And then they're willing, and they've had this amazing experience and they're excited about it and they understand the value and investment of it. But now you're giving it to them at this no-brainer price where they're like, I would just be so stupid not to say yes to this thing. Okay, and so those are the 3 ways that you're genuinely building value in your product. You're building value, the perceived value, by giving them an experience and telling them stories around why it is so valuable. And then you're building the value of the offer itself, creating it in a way that it literally is more valuable. And so then they feel stupid not to say no, just stupid not to just like jump on it and get that thing. And that's how you have higher conversion rates. That's how you make so much more money. That's how you sell it at a higher price, they buy it at a higher price, and it is a win-win for everyone. So if you'd like to learn that entire process, we're going to go through not only this process of how do you create an amazing offer, how do you create an experience where it sells the thing, how do you get them to just like run, everybody's running to the table rush at the end to buy their slicers, right? How do you create that? We're going to go through all of that process step by step on how you create your own virtual event that sells your high ticket offer in a way that gets that table rush for people at the end. That's happening at $1 Million Machine Live here in just a couple weeks, December 8th. Or if you're watching this afterward, you can click on the link below and see what our current date is for you. But we're going to go through that step by step, so you can create that amazing experience, create for yourself 6 and 7 figure days using those virtual events. And we would love to have you there. So tap on that button below and we'll see you soon.